And in Grand Rapids tonight, the community coming out in force, trying to make sure that we never go through a similar crisis.
24 News 8's Heather Walker is live with the recommendations the NAACP has for Grand Rapids Police. Heather?
Marley, Brian, this meeting lasted more than 2 hours tonight at the Baxter Community Center. It was very similar to the city commissioners meeting that was held last night where body cameras were brought up. However, tonight the local chapter of the NAACP came up with a list of steps in order to help with police relations and racism issues here. Here's what they came up with. Number one is to add subpoena power to the Civilian Review Board. They're also asking for research and review on the effectiveness of body cameras, and that GRPD goes through mandatory racism-free community training. Also on the list, a review of the Michigan Stand Your Ground law, as well as a review of state law with respect to racial profiling and passing federal legislation on racial profiling. Now, citizens had their suggestions as well, adding more people of color to the force, having officers interact with kids in a positive way, maybe mentoring them in the schools. And it was even brought up to have a citizen review of officers. Body cameras also brought up tonight. Now, the police chief was here along with the city manager and other captains in the police force. The chief taking questions and listening to people's concerns.
And they can't trust you. Who are they supposed to trust? You know, so you're going to have to get some type of program to build trust.
But what I want to do is hear what we can do better at the GRPD to make this community an even better one than it is. So I'll be here tonight. I'll be here in the future. I'll be here for as long as it takes until we get from where we are to where we need to be.
Now, afterwards, I spoke to the chief and asked him if he'll be implementing any of the suggestions made tonight by the NAACP or the citizens. He says he is considering all of them. He's taking them back for review. Marley, Brian.
All right, Heather. Yeah, and as we were saying earlier, Heather, this is an ongoing conversation. It's one that needs to happen, especially before something breaks out, not after.
Right. We'll see if the chief is actually going to change anything. We'll have to follow up on that.
Well, we will be watching and, of course, following up.
Heather Walker reporting live. Thank you, Heather. Now we